Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and to those of you who liked or commented or subscribed to the previous recordings, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this week, the I-Ching is Limping, hexagram number 39, and the rune is Faith. It's the second time that the Faith rune has been drawn in the last month. So obviously something to learn there. So limping, let's see what it says in the Book of Changes in the I-Ching. Hexagram 39, limping. Where can you find help? How could you see the obstacles differently? And can you imagine going a different way? When life has become an uphill struggle, it's wise to fall back and head west and south. This direction represents a realm of friendly allies and sun-warmed fields. The east and north is dark and mountainous, the way of calling and adventure. So now is a time to take a step back from the struggle and connect with people more than with ideals. So if you do feel that you're limping at the moment or have in the past, or you identify with it, who or what do you call on? Who is there to support you? And what kind of support do you get? Do people listen? Do they help you out of that pit? Do they give you the kind of support that gives you the strength to be able to move on from the limping? And also, do you look at the situation differently? Are you given the opportunity to say, let's step back and let's see how we can work this in a different way? So your support structures, do they show you, maybe this isn't the way, maybe you're limping because it's an obstacle. And often when we are at high pace, moving at high pace through life, we miss what's going on the side of us, left and right, because we're rushing, and we're rushing headlong forward into something when we should be looking this way and turning right instead of going forward. So often obstacles are here to wake us up, to get a different perspective, so that when we change the way, as Wayne Dyer always said, when we change the way we look at things, the things that we look at will change. So maybe we should welcome the limp and say, how can I do things differently? What is making me feel like this, incapacitated, that I'm not moving forward with the strength and the energy that I would like? Oh, excuse me. Maybe there's something that needs to change in what I'm doing now with the people I'm surrounding myself with the environment in which I live. Maybe there are circumstances that are not bringing out the best in me and not allowing me to have the energy that I would want. So it's also a good time for us to review and look and say, am I blaming something else for my limp? And take back your power and say, I am in charge of my life. We have been given the gift of free will, so nothing controls us. Not your astrological chart, not your numerology. Nothing controls you. It inclines you to a certain way, but you still have the free will and the choice to make the decisions about how you want to live your life. So what do you want to create? How do you want to use the situation of feeling held back and not optimal, not functioning optimally? How do you want to use this situation to sit back, reflect, and possibly change direction? So now the rune, Faith. Can't believe that this is the second time Faith came out in such a short space of time. So, receiving the rune of Faith is an opportunity both to renew the commitment to your spiritual journey, and to rededicate your life to a larger purpose. Faith in action is the willingness to deal with life in the sure and certain knowledge that you will learn from your experience, overcome adversity, and be healed. So maybe this is an opportunity for us to have faith in this unfolding process that is happening right now, that feels uncomfortable, that we feel debilitated, that we're limping, not moving forward as fast as we would like. And maybe an idea needs more time. Maybe you need to reflect more on something. Maybe you need to release things that are holding you back. If you're carrying a lot of baggage that's causing you to limp, maybe it's time to release it. And also, think about the aspects of yourself that you have faith in. What are the things that you do that you say to others and yourself? I do this well. Because that is your gift. If you can say, I do this well. And do you believe in yourself? How much faith do you have in yourself? If you have no faith in yourself, that means you will move into a state of self-doubt. And as soon as we move into self-doubt, we get stuck. Nothing moves, and then we really will be limping. And self-doubt is self-imposed. So only you can change it. Only you can unstick that stuckness of self-doubt. Now, the astrology for next week, there's a bit of unsticking happening there with Pluto and Saturn. Pluto is going station on the 6th of October and then moving direct after being retrograde for some time. So that's a big planet moving forward. So that's great. Saturn is doing the same on the 10th of October. So we've got two major influences that could have been feeling like a bit of a handbrake moving forward. So just make sure that plans that you've been putting into place, that everything is in order, because when things start moving forward, they're going to move forward fast. The other aspects that we can look at for this following week are aspects to Chiron. And Chiron is the wounded healer. So there's several aspects to Chiron. And you might feel during this week that there's some form of detox, that you've got a headache or skin rashes, or you're feeling a bit dull, or you might have problems or difficulty breathing, and with sort of impacts on the nervous system. So these symptoms are also signs of allergy. And I know it's spring in the southern hemisphere, so there's lots of pollen and grass seeds and things flying around. But also look to your environment and think, who or what am I allergic to? Am I having an allergy to someone's presence? Am I having an allergy to my job? Am I allergic to my circumstance? Am I allergic to my environment, my home, my space? So look at all these things around you and try and assess what is not working for you, what is actually making you feel this allergic response, or this headache, or this ongoing rash, or this feeling of being uncomfortable, dull, and losing your energy. And what is affecting your nervous system? So who is getting on your nerves, basically? So this is the week to clear it and give that your attention. Okay, now we're going to have a look at the cards. The lovely Light Seers Tarot, my favorite pack, just so beautifully illustrated. Shuffling the cards for next week. We'll see what they have to say, what the message is that you need to hear. Okay, the center. The center is the Four of Wands and the Death card. So the Four of Wands is a celebration. It's also the marriage card. So it means some form of union, unity, fun, celebrations, happiness. And then crossed with the Death card. So hell. The Death card is often seen as a very detrimental, heavy card. It's actually transformation. So it's death and rebirth. So in order for you to have this celebration, this happiness, this uplifting feeling, something has to die. So it's almost as if this next week is going to present itself with a big transition, a transformative process, something that will be a new beginning for you in how you think or your relationship with yourself, to start celebrating life, being you. And in the past here, the cards are saying that you could have been drawn into something that was not for your greater good, that did not work well for your health, that impacted negatively on your health. So it looked like a great opportunity. It could have been meeting a person, it could have been a job, it could have been a contract, something like this. Anything where a door opened, you went in and it looked great, and then it didn't end up feeling good. It didn't end up being something that supported who you are. It didn't work for you in the way that you felt that it would. So going ahead now into the future is the Page of Swords and the Four of Cups. Page of Swords, new thoughts, new ideas, new beginnings. What am I going to do that is an expression of me? The Four of Cups is look at the full cups, because very often we spend our time looking at the empty ones, saying, I feel depressed, nothing's working. Why isn't this working? I feel so stuck. And then we have the limping, and we forget about the faith. We forget about the fact that we have full cups. So let's take our attention away from the empty, fallen over, done cups, the past cups, and let's look at the future cups. What is in them? All right, so surrounding us is Six of Pentacles. There are opportunities to create abundance around us. There are. We need to look at all the ways that we can express ourselves. We need to see ourselves in many different spaces. So look at everything that you've done in your life. Almost like, what have you planted? What seeds have you planted throughout your life? And look at how you can take those and use them moving forward. Join everything together. Don't look at, I can only do this because this is what I have experienced in, and hell, what is this going to look like on my CV if I want to do something differently? Create something out of your experience. Don't keep looking at, I need a piece of paper for this, or I need a qualification for that. Your being and your presence and your experience is what's going to add value. And then what surrounds the Nine of Wands, that is looking out, waiting, almost holding back while something settles. So the light is lit, ready for action, the Wands wanting to take action, but just holding back a little bit. So maybe something that still needs to be put into place, another idea that needs to be added. So the Nine of Wands is a good card. It means that you are poised on the verge of something. So some sort of breakthrough will happen this week where you'll say, that's it, I've got it now. I have faith in myself. I am going to move forward with this because it will work. In the Wishes, Hopes and Dreams column is the Strength card. So yes, you have the strength. So believe it. And the outcome is the Queen of Swords. So we move from the page up through those cups to the queen. And that's the higher mind. That's the growth of the thought process to its fulfillment. So the Queen of Swords is, yes, I've got a plan. I know what I'm going to do now. I can see it. I can see the light. So I hope this is helpful. We're going to draw an angel card now too. The last card. Let's see what the angels have to say. Ah, celebration. Yes, isn't that great? Celebration. So you can have a worthy celebration this coming week. Celebrate yourself, believe in yourself, put yourself first, look after your health, and have fun. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching.